Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to the Restoration Couple and to the van conversion. We're back on the project, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I fit this new vinyl floor into the van. It's like being back with an old friend. It's been a while. First job is the regular challenge of emptying the van before we can do any work. Got now is essentially just a bare plywood floor, albeit that it's got a few marks and drips of paint on it. I've been over and used a little palette knife to scrape off any of those little lumps of paint, because although we've got a really heavy duty vinyl going down, they could telegraph through the vinyl, so you don't want any humps and bumps everywhere. With the screw holes, they are countersunk just below the surface, and with this flooring there's no way that you'll feel those through. But if you were using a much cheaper domestic vinyl, then you might have to think about that, either filling those holes or something like that, because the last thing you want is to be able to feel all those dips. So as a bit of an extra step, before I put the flooring down, I'm just going to seal the plywood. Now you could do that with PVA or something. All I had in the garage was SBR, which should be alright. That's just kind of the belts and braces, I guess, just to seal it all. So if any moisture ever got underneath it, that'd be one thing, but really just to suppress all the dust, so that when I put the adhesive or the double-sided tape down for our flooring, it's got a much better key to stick to, and it's not going to kind of detach from it in the future. So I don't think we need to make this bit pretty. I'm just going to slap it down and then leave it for half an hour with the doors open. Dry it. It doesn't need to be tacky, I want it completely dry, and then we can get laying the flooring. That's embarrassing. Can't even get in the child lock. So that's all down, and as you can see it's drying super quick. It's going to be down about 5 minutes down the other end, and then this end will dry just as quick. It's already tacky. So as I've always said, I'm trying to disguise these tracks where possible. For that reason, we can go off now and cut and plane some blocks of timber down to fill these voids. There's no need for the middle voids, there's no clips. The hooks that go in for the seats are at the front and at the back. So if we fill these, it means that if we have the seats out, there's no dips. Right, that's given us our blocks. Turned out that standard stud work was 36 or 37, so that was fine for the width. And then I just need to cut them to length. We need 4 of them. Actually, let's just do that by hand. We can do that up by the van. See how we're doing. Looking pretty dry already. It's kind of left a sheen to it, but you can tell it's going to be much better for the adhesive to stick to now. And I think that's the same route you'd go if you wanted to tile onto plywood. If you're doing a little bit around the kitchen, best to prime it with SBR first. Right, now we're on to the fun bit of actually fitting the flooring. Now we've gone for a heavy duty commercial vinyl, and I'm going to do a whole video on why we went that route and testing other flooring. and I'll link to that at the end of this one once it's uploaded. So with that stuff, if you were going to do it professionally in a commercial environment, then you lay it with an adhesive that you trowel on with like a notch trowel, and that would be a very permanent solution. And I'm not sure how removable they are after that. I imagine they're pretty much permanent. I don't have a problem with it being permanent, but I've tried to make a lot of this in this van removable. So if we ever had to buy another van, because this one, you know, got wrecked or something and it wasn't financially viable to repair it, then we could transplant a lot of the stuff across. That said, that's not the reason I'm doing it like this. I just simply think it's such a thick vinyl, it's going to stay flat anyway. Lots of the units are going to be fixed down through it, so there's no great expanse of vinyl. So I'm going to go with a double-sided tape, which is pretty heavy duty stuff anyway. Perimeter fix the whole lot and around the tracking, and hopefully that's fine. We'll live and see otherwise, but I've done the kitchen, the bathroom, all in this way with much kind of more domestic type vinyl, and it's been fine. So I can confirm that it's pretty successful, that sealing the plywood first. It is just a permanent fixing, that tape and the SBR together. It is slightly tacky, and I think that's helped. If you're using the tape just on normal flooring and it's still a little bit dusty, then you can kind of spray a bit of that contact adhesive down first, and that'll like prime it a bit. But this is pretty much solid. Let's go and get the flooring, shift that in. It's a 2 meter roll, 2 meters in width, which should be fine. And I've ordered 4 meters of it, so I think we're okay. This is a 4 meter loading space. A lot of this is going to be trimmed out, so if we're a little bit short, I can get away with it. Oh, it's heavy. I'd say it's probably 20 kilo, 25 kilo we're adding on, so it's not the lightest option. Now it's the time to mention I'm not a flooring expert, so take from this what you will. Now it's decision time. It's pretty much flat, like I said. It's a very rigid vinyl, but there's nothing like hindsight to get you down. So I'm half tempted now to go out and get some adhesive and just accept that, you know, it might be 20 quid, but in the long run, it's going to be a good choice. There's just, I mean, I'm being fussy, I know. I've made the decision. I'm actually just going to stick with my original plan. I can get the adhesive locally if I wanted it, but it's fairly expensive anyway, and having walked around on it in bare feet now with my socks, there is no movement as such, and the only audible sort of noise I could hear was just because the SBR was still a little bit tacky, so there was like, you know, that tacky sort of sound which will go away. So I'm going to go with the original plan. The last thing I want is to need to lift up the flooring for some reason, or if we were moving it from this van to another, if you use the proper commercial adhesive on this, you basically write off the ply. You can't really remove it. It would probably tear up the ply. So let's get on with the job. What I might do is just in the walkways, i.e. down the middle at the back and the entrance bit, just put a few extra strips. So it's a 2 meter roll, so I've got a nice factory edge on both sides, and I know our wall is hopefully square, so I'm actually going to use one of those edges to start with, maybe just fold it up a little bit and trim it in. We've got a little skirting board trim to go in here anyway, so it doesn't need to be perfect on the edges, but that means that the excess of the other side will be a decent width that I can use to trim out something else in the future. Now if you did decide to go the route of using adhesive, this is kind of the route you go as well, which is when you fold back one half, lay the adhesive, flop that on, and then fold back the other half. So we're kind of working in a similar way. Seems to be staying nice and flat now, so I think we're gonna get away with just the tape. And like I said, just around this entrance bit and down the gangway at the back, I'm gonna just put a little bit more for kind of belts and braces. But the key, I think, really is actually not having it too perfect at the edges. That sounds like a cop-out, but if you trim it really, really flush and tight to the edge with this tape, it kind of, you end up bumping it up elsewhere, you know, a few inches off the edge. So because we're going to trim afterwards down onto the flooring, we're lucky in that we can, I've kind of trimmed it about 2 mil from the edge, then I've pushed everything really tight against the wall, kind of used my hand and the brush, so it's lying nice and flat. Okay, so we're pretty much done as far as the main floor. Now we've got the tricky part of locating exactly where our holes are for our seating and trying to trim those out. Now I've made a mark using framing square on this timber, so I should be able to go back out from there and find them. I can just about feel where they are, and I should be able to kind of scallop and scribe around them. Once again, we are learning on the job here. I cut out the kind of internal gap for the foot of the chair to clip into. Turns out that the pad, the clip won't account for the 3 or 4 mil or whatever the flooring is. It needs the base of the seat needs to be in contact with the rail, which makes sense. So I've had to cut out this section here. So that leaves us with the more of the rail visible. I'm still going to leave that middle bit covered. The only thing is it shows a little bit of the wood and it'll still need a bit of trimming up. But that's the reason why I've had to do that. So I'll give you a look at how I did that. Basically I just had to lift the seat in, click it in, and then trace around with one of the kids' felt tip pens. And then I think what I'll do is try and use some black silicone and get a really nice kind of seal between the flooring and that black metal. What do you reckon?
It's really tall.
Really tall?
Yeah. So, we went to the beach and made some castles and played in the water.
Hey, that's amazing writing. Did you have a good time at the beach?
Yeah, and look, I did the picture. And that's a donkey.
Oh, you went on the donkey?
Yeah, Faith did as well.
Speedy? Was it a speedy donkey?
Yeah.
That's job done. The flooring's down. It's trimmed out around the seats. As I said, there's a couple of things I need to still do. One of those is to just put a nice little sealing black bead of silicone around the openings where I've cut for the chairs so it blends in. The other thing I'm going to do is just nip round the outside and just put a bead along there of clear silicone or whatever, just so we've got kind of a really nice continuous water barrier basically between the wall and the, so if anything needs to be just rinsed down or mopped, there's nothing going to get trapped under there. And like I mentioned earlier, there's also going to be a really nice tiny short skirting trim around the whole thing, which will just be at the base of all the walls, and again we'll seal that to the floor. So I'll give you a few little close-ups of the floor. I hope that helps. And like I mentioned, that other video about different types of flooring, how we pick this, testing all the different ones, will be out shortly, and I'll make sure I link to that when it's ready. Thanks for watching. More van videos on the way. But remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.